And first up at 6:30, want to get back live to Cripple Creek, our Sam Kramer with day 5 of the Patrick Frazee murder trial.
And Krystal Kenney wrapping up testimony and cross-examination today. Sam, tell us about Frazee's demeanor during that testimony and Krystal Kenney. It was a very emotional day again.
Yeah, very emotional indeed. Krystal really fought back tears and was sniffling and just choking up really throughout her testimony today, which, by the way, began at 10:30, went until noon, and then again she was called at 1 o'clock until about 3:15. Very emotional for her. She admitted that she regrets not coming forward and saying something to prevent this from happening. Frazee, meanwhile, he was sick. That is why we had the late start today. They were trying to give him some medicine, see if he felt better, and it was good enough to proceed. He was really kind of showing a different, just a few different reactions. One, he continues to look down, sometimes take notes, but really just kind of listen over watching. And then sometimes he would watch the exchange, and when we were shown some videos and photos on a PowerPoint, he would take a look at those and look at the presenting attorney and the witness too. So he's paying attention. Sometimes he likes to watch, sometimes he doesn't.
And back to the Krystal Kenney cross-examination, the defense team basically trying to paint her as a liar all the way through this.
Yeah, they're absolutely attacking her credibility, and really the main reason for that is none of this story about her receiving calls from Frazee to come down and commit the murder herself, about her cleaning up the crime scene, about him telling her what actually happened, none of that comes out until she already reaches a plea deal with prosecutors on December 20th. And really, they focused on a few things. That one, she lied to her family and friends about this, about her trips to Colorado, about her knowledge of Frazee, and then, of course, she lies to the FBI when they track her down in December. She lies to them twice before she gets an attorney and reaches that plea deal to then come forward and cooperate.
Sam, let's talk about the ranch hands, because we heard from 2 ranch hands that worked with Patrick Frazee, and one helped with the fire that it's believed Kelsey Berreth's body was burned in. And he says that he was throwing in deer antlers and there might have been trash nearby that wasn't burned. Tell us about that testimony.
Yeah, so after Kenney was excused around 3:15, they called first a ranch hand. I forget his name. He's about 18 years old, but he offered some interesting perspective. He said during the week of Thanksgiving, Frazee told him to move this rusted out horse trough into position, which we now know is where Kenney pointed police to say that's where he burned Berreth's body. And then later in that week, he says that he had talked to Frazee about it. Frazee told him he had a large fire, that he burned deer antlers. This ranch hand thought that was weird. Many people collect those, but he also was involved in picking up some of the trash and ashes that were involved with that. He also said there was a lot of trash around the ranch, so it was interesting that they were just focusing on what was there instead of everything else.